wish I had a wish that I could wish away. I wish I had a wish that I could wish away. I wish I had a wish that I could wish away. I'd make my wish today. I wish I had $1 so I could pay. I wish I had $1 so I could pay. I wish I had $1 so I could pay. I'd pay your way back home. But I don't have $1 and so I can't pay. And wishes don't come true. And I still can't forget the day I said goodbye to you. But the sun still shines and the rain still falls. It runs right out to sea. But when the moon is high, I want you here with me. I wish I had a Bible so I could pray. I wish I had a Bible so I could pray. I wish I had a Bible so I could pray. I'd pray I'd see you soon. But I don't have a Bible so I can't pray to heaven up so high. And I don't think God would hear my prayer even if I tried. But the sun still shines and the rain still falls. It runs right out to sea. But when the moon is high, I want you here with me. Cast it out like dying seeds upon the ground. Single file our marches echo through the trees. We left no crumbs of bread to lead our way back home again. Past the point of no returning, should we please. And we all sang the devil's song, sank into the night, saying, goddamn, it might be wrong, but at the time it all feels right. In my mind, how time flies, and what are we living for? And we all cried, at least we tried, and drank a little more. We thrown our true-born face and tossed all mass aside. Among our sacred kin, got nothing left to hide. So pierce the flesh, our sacrament begins to grow. And one by one into the darkness we all go. And by the black wing of the raven we take our flight. Hold true to the laws of the devil's right. By the power of the sigil we made this pact as the children of King.
Tara, my latest creation at work. Hello.
Hello?
Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Oi.
Hello.
Yes.
Professional.
Extremely professional. I just realized I'm fucking muted. Hi, I'm retarded. Fucking hell.
No,
Okay.
you're special. You're special.
Yes.
Extremely special.
A special kind of special.
True.
You're a special snowflake.
Indeed, indeed. Alright, I'll just turn this up. Here we go.
I love it how it's actually one of our memes now that it's
Professional.
Exactly.
Well, next is gonna be cocoa powder.
And fucking chocolate wine.
Chocolate wine. You put cocoa powder in fucking chocolate wine.
No, just take some wine and shove in a bunch of cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder.
cocoa powder.
Indeed. I'm trying to adjust the sound levels for the background music. There we go. Very professional, yes, I'm aware. So, I'm going to be doing a quick recap of what has been going on. Last session was a bit of a map banter sesh. You can watch it if you want, there's a lot of jokes in it and stuff like that. But it isn't really relative to the story, apart from the fact that there might be a recurring theme and or inside joke that goes on. Apart from that... Fucking cocoa powder! Would anyone like to recap what happened before that?
If I'm not mistaken, we got off the boat. Fergus has burned half teddy bear.
Yes, that's correct. That he was basically found was chasing what he thought to be his sister, and he couldn't find her. Do you want me to continue, or...?
We looked for supplies, got odd jobs, and now we're in a bar.
Exactly.
And also, Crow thought he found somebody from his past village. I'm not
No, I
mistaken.
didn't.
No, that was non-canon. As
Yeah, that
in,
was
I told him what would have happened if he managed to get a good roll. Alright,
Okay.
so, the morning comes, you guys had breakfast, that's where we left off last time. The Plague Doctor kind of comes in a bit later than the rest of you, and you feel a telepathic message in the back of your mind. It's time to go. The horses have been set and the carriage is drawn. We should leave immediately. We aren't safe here.
We aren't safe from what?
The Twilight God. We are currently hosting one extreme magic user, aka Valkyrie, the Warlock. Do you honestly want them to search us? We are outsiders after all.
Yeah, the wench. Yeah, we should leave.
Indeed. He kind of like goes outside, stretches slightly, and you just hear like what you think are bones click together, like the air pockets kind of like that kind of thing. Did my donation go in? Giggity. Let me check.
Various. What are you planning?
I have not received any. I received your old one like 16 days ago, but I have not received any more donations. Is it actually not showing for some reason?
No, nothing is showing.
Not even the followers or stuff like that, is it? I'm gonna
No.
private message. Yes, by all means. I mean, I still accept donations. Please do. I love money. I'm not even gonna lie.
You need that mini.
I need that money to put into the stream. I did.
So do we need to do a constitution saving roll for hearing those bone clicks?
Not really. I mean, every morning you guys kind of like get up and there's always that kind of sound, so I'd assume
We're
that
used
kind
to
of thing.
Oh, so it's normal to hear bone clicking.
literally going.
Yeah, this. It can't be picked up on the mic, but it sounds like that.
So kind of like footsteps.
I'm realizing now that why the hell is there no thing? Why is that not a thing? Why are you not showing? I will have to deal with that later. I am sorry in advance. Why is it not showing? That's very peculiar. This is gonna do my head in. That's very annoying. I might have deleted it without knowing. I will leave the live thing on just in case anybody sends anything. Alright, so as soon as you guys are like ready to leave, fucking Valkyrie decides to turn her head towards the waiter. Waitress, do you happen to have any how do I put this in words that your simple mind can understand? And that pisses off the waitress deeply.
Why did you have to do that?
Can I reflex and punch Valkyrie as hard as I can?
Sure, give me a dexterity check. If you get higher than 15, you do it mid-sentence and it doesn't piss them off. This is a disadvantage roll. Because you hear him open your mouth, you open his mouth, you're like, oh god, what's coming out? And then you start hearing him and you're like, oh fuck, punch him in the face. Yeah.
So, first roll, you said saving or just normal
Just
dexterity?
normal dex.
So, first one's a 4. 16 is my lowest.
16, I am going to have to count. Oh god, she rolled exceptionally high. Okay, she kind of like moves out of the way, knowing what you're about to do. And
She fucking know.
and is like, what are you doing? I'm just simply stating that they have something that I do not wish.
Valkyrie, I swear to God, if you say one more word, I am going to punch you.
You would punch a woman? How very dare you? Do you not know my noble lineage?
I don't think he gives a shit.
As all of this is happening, I would say Fergus and Crow, you can both give me perception checks.
Can I do another dexterity check to see if I can grab her by the collar and move, pull her in close?
Sure, Balman.
I got a
6.
21. I got a 21.
Okay, and I rolled a natural 20 for Valkyrie. Story of my fucking
Max?
life. Oh? Did we both... I guess we both re-rolled then.
Ow!
Don't fucking question it, re-roll. That's still high, that's pretty high.
I got a 30-20 this time.
She got a dirty 21.
Don't you mean a filthy?
4! Oh yeah, Philly one.
So what did I have to roll for perception?
Just a perception, how much did you roll?
21.
Crow?
6.
6. Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly go through this. 6, you don't see anything. With a 21, you just begin seeing the barmaiden is rolling up her sleeves and is reaching for something under the counter, moving forward with what seems to be this wadded up thing filled with a brown powder. We all know where this is going. Oi!
Look, powder!
Oi! You specky cunt! Can I have a word? And she just fucking full on falcon punches this fucking packet of cocoa powder in her fucking face. Like Hiroshima blast that shit. Mushroom cloud of fucking cocoa powder. Constitution saving throw for Valkyrie. Natural 1. Oh boy. He has lucky. He has lucky. Natural 2. This is fine.
I tried to stop you, to be fair.
And he ends, like, Valkyrie at that one point has a half-filled bag of cocoa powder lodged into her esophagus. And just like... just like spewing out brown powder. Call me a fucking bitch again in a non-cultured swine. And I'll make sure your fanny will be smelling of herring for the next 10 fucking years. And she walks away.
Didn't you say you didn't have cocoa powder?
It's very rare. I got some especially for this occasion.
Can we get some wine?
She
With
looks
cocoa
at you.
powder.
Wait,
She reaches
wait.
under the desk. She pulls out a fucking blunderbuss. You wanna ask that again?
Actually, I was just
Well-
gonna take the cocoa powder out of her esophagus and put it in the wine.
Well, tough shit. Get out of my store.
Okay.
You guys can continue fighting with the barmaid, and I'm getting out of here before things get ugly. So,
Fine, I walk out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
as I pass through the door, I yell, "Cocoa powder!"
You hear this blunderbuss. Dexterity saving throw.
wait, disadvantage because when I hear that, I do a reflex to hit him as well.
Then
Sure. 10 isn't enough. You can hit him if you want.
Natural 20.
So you... Okay. How do you want to do this?
Oh god!
How do you want to do this, motherfucker? How do you want to do this?
He gets hit with the blunderbuss with the pullback. I punch him right in the face, going back into the bar.
That exactly happens. You take... I'm actually gonna roll for fucking damage. Jesus fucking Christ. 12 points of damage. That's half your health, give or take.
Sorry, John.
this is fine.
Oh god.
Oh, Jesus Krispy Kreme Christ. Alright. You guys kind of walk out, the plague doctor looks behind us, you hear the gunshot, sees you sock fucking Crow in the face, and just stares at you, really fucking confused, as he just pinches the bridge of his nose, looking down. You can probably tell that he's saying, why the fuck was I put up with these lunatics? From all fucking people.
I look at him. You do not want to know what just happened.
But it was awesome.
There is radio silence, to say the least.
Let's
Wait, am I
just
unconscious?
Alright, so,
let's just go. Crow, get your ass in the car, in the cart.
indeed.
Caravan.
Fine.
It's a cart with 2 horses, it's a bit like 5 paces away. You guys kind of clamber in, the plague doctor stays in the front. Hayes, will you be in the front or will you stay in the back?
I'll be in the front.
Alright, perfect. So, you guys begin going out of town, and you are quickly stopped as you hear the horses whinny out of nowhere when you exactly reach the checkpoint in a way. Like there's like an actual like barricade letting you in and out of town. As 3 armed men suddenly like pop out. You can all give me perception checks.
18.
18.
18,
Perception, 15.
Okay. Thank you, fucking Valkyrie, for rolling low. This suits my soul on a spiritual level. So, all of you suddenly realize you are surrounded. You are surrounded by what seem to be Twilight soldiers.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Fuck.
We are searching for one fair maiden whose profession is that of sucking the willy of kings and or peasants. We have reasons to believe that she has done, and you just see him, like with the scroll, having to open it further as he begins reading. Loitering, sucking without a permit, the use of eldritch invocations and or spells which is punishable by death. You see Valkyrie, suddenly your face goes extremely white as she starts looking around frantically.
Even
Sorry,
whiter
can you-
than she normally is.
Yes.
Sorry, guard. Can you repeat the second one she's wanted for again, please?
Second one, sucking without a permit.
You need permits for that?
Yes. You cannot
What
simply.
type of permit?
Well, you see, you go to the counselor. The counselor then sees your skill and then allows you to be a wench of a certain caliber.
See your
that
skill
is-
or test your skill, because this is important.
How do I put this gently? Punishable by death. Unless you all want the death sentence as well, if it's proven true, I recommend you give her over immediately. Valkyrie, as he says, is kind of like cowers in her seat slightly, trying to avoid all contact,
would her
attempting
name
to
be?
sink into. Her name would be
Seriously, what's with
Valkyrie.
this land?
No, I don't think we know a person named Valkyrie.
Deception check with double disadvantage.
Meanwhile, seriously, what's up with this country? First it's cocoa powder, and now
So
sucking
you just
with
hear in the
permits.
distance. Say that again, I fucking dare ya.
I mean, seriously, it's common where I come from. It used to be.
13 on both.
13 on both. Yo, fuck. Wait, I said double disadvantage. You have another roll.
Another roll.
Yes. Double disadvantage, roll 3 times, take the lowest number.
Well, I got a 15, so definitely not.
Yep,
So 13.
Okay, you are fucking fucked. You, as you say that, one of them opens the side carriage and can see Valkyrie there. Oh, don't fucking know her though, yeah? And he like grabs you by the leg, pulling you out. Dexterity check.
No, that would be Barbara.
No, dexterity check.
Oh, fuck. 8.
Oh, you are
I'm
pulled
fucked.
straight on the ground, like stomach first. I'm gonna need you to give me a Constitution saving throw to see if you manage to kind of like hold in your breakfast, because you land directly on your stomach and chest.
21.
You manage, luckily. And after he does that, he like kind of walks over you to go and get Valkyrie, who's now like frantically pounding against him. And she starts like rambling something in what seems to be Latin or even Pig Latin. You cannot.
What?
Do any of you speak Abyssal and or Draconic?
I speak Draconic.
Let me check.
Professional stream, everyone. Professional.
Well, I'm sorry that
I'm joking, yet cunt. Also,
even have a
hello,
list of
Captain Gecko.
languages.
Thank you for dropping by. Yes, you have a list of languages. It's on your first
No.
sheet. It's
I
on
don't.
under your stats, your main stats.
Oh.
There's like languages and stuff.
I'm telling you, I don't.
We'll deal with this
Ruth,
after the
it'll
stream.
be out at a full view. Full builder.
What builder?
Orc Bob.
Or
Just
club.
saying, jina għatmamilta dik ix-xit, għax ma nafx kif il-għamela.
Oh my fucking Christ. Wait, was I the one that made it for you?
Huh?
Did I make it for you?
I'm using the thing the small sheet that you did for me, the one picture.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I think I know the one.
Yeah!
We'll deal with that after the stream. Why did you not bring this up beforehand? Professional! Anyway, you begin understanding in Draconic that there's just like certain words and phrases that you manage to pick up on. Damned, the magic, force, and sacrifice.
Oh boy, should we, I don't know, pull her away or something?
You guys tell me. I'm not gonna control jack fucking shit. This is my job.
Do we? Yeah, I'm sorry, because I had to go AFK for a second. Can we just really quickly recap what's going on exactly?
Professional!
With Draconic, you basically understand a few words, including the words pact, force, sacrifice, so on and so forth.
I think
Before
that-
that, what situation are we in at the moment?
Fergus is on the ground being trampled by the guard. Valkyrie is being pulled out forcefully as she's pounding against the guy's chest.
I look at the Black Doctor. Do we have a scroll saying that we're on a mission for the Duke? All of us?
He shakes his head.
Goddamn half-assed Duke.
He kind of like tries to get up slowly, and he's suddenly like approached by 5 gunmen, all pointing their blunderbusses at him, and he like puts his hand up. Sit down, you skeletal little fuckhead. Before we blow you up, the kingdom fucking come. Alright? Don't fucking try, Jack fucking shit. Alright.
Well, I look at the Plug Doctor to see if he can hear my thoughts.
What are you thinking of exactly?
Would it be wise to try to charge through them with the cart?
You hear in the back of your mind, that would be worse than suicide. These men are heavily armed. Plus they are, as one would say, the Inquisition. If we actually had to fuck with these people, we would more than likely perish.
Well,
You see them now as you're like sending messages back and forth. They're dragging Valkyrie away from the cart, tying her up. She's gonna try and save. She fails. Oh god. Okay. They kind of like hog tie her in a way, like hands and like legs both tied together.
We have to do something. We can't just let them do that.
You're
to her.
saying this on the ground with a guy on your back.
Okay, then I say, don't do this! Let her go!
She is found guilty of witchcraft and she must be made an example of. Unless
Yes,
you
but
want to
she-
join
But
her in
wait.
her fate.
Wait, do you
Yes.
have any proof?
He kind of like goes through her bags and belongings and pulls out her Eldritch Tome.
Where the fuck did she get that?
Oh, you tell me. It's in her handwriting, and it's also her receipt book.
Can you prove
Receipt
that it's her
book.
handwriting?
Well, considering she also signed a check yesterday during the hours of 3 to 4 to a, and I quote, magic vendor from the one that we had raided previously today. Yes, I
Why
believe
did you sign
so.
a check?
I didn't know this would happen. Why the fuck are you blaming me? I just wanted my shinies.
You don't do this shit when you're being hunted!
Do you suddenly see her now? She's being like gagged all the way around her head, like completely tied, and she's like crying. She can't do anything. You begin like seeing her fingers begin to glow blue as she's trying to cast magic. As they they put shackles on each of her hands. Her hands beginning to kind of like almost become skeletal. You can all give me an insight check to see what these are.
would I have used
I got a
these before
natural
as
one.
well?
Yes, you would have to have advantage.
I don't need the advantage, natural fucking 20.
You recognize these as shackles of anti-magic. They will force any magic user that wears them to be unable to cast any spell.
Well, I think that would be for the better.
I call out to the guy that's holding the scroll. When is her execution?
Oh, one moment. He kind of like looks towards his sand dune. 5, 4, 3, and you see all the men suddenly like lift their guns, all pointing them at her. 2, 1,
I shoot
and
one of them.
are you sure you want to do that? I am going to let you retcon that if you want.
Nah, I just shoot one of them. I want to play reckless.
Oh, you're gonna kill us
God.
all.
Okay, dexterity check. If you get a natural 1, you shoot Valkyrie.
Natural 20.
Oh god, this is gonna end so fun. Why? I warned you beforehand! For fuck's sake, Jesus Christ, guys. This is not how Crow would play, let's be honest. He won a retcon this, for fuck's sake. I'll even let you keep that natural 20 for a rainy day.
Fine.
Jesus Christ, that would have actually killed the entire fucking party for sure.
That would be fun.
Not for me, I have to
Sure.
remake up characters, you fucking cunt. 3, 2, 1.
Wait!
The turns you. What?
Shouldn't she have a proper trial? Be more civil.
You seem to forget what town you're in, lad.
Very
Fire!
good.
And all of a sudden there's a sudden echo of gunfire all around. Valkyrie falls down. Dead. She lies there for a few moments. With the blood slowly bleeding down into the soil, darkening it. Let this be a lesson to all of you. If you are found using witchcraft, and or have any possessions that would belong to such dark and deviant arts, you will be killed. Your body will now be taken and crucified within the town. Your possessions will
Unfortunately-
also be taken. Sorry, I forgot that part.
Unfortunately, Fergus, this is how the law is.
Well, the law sucks.
You
Yeah.
suck.
That's not very professional.
They can't. You'd like see her now. They're putting her in like a black cloth, and like completely like degrading her in reality. As they just put her on one of the horse's backside, and it drips down onto the horse's legs. The doctor kind of like is, although you can't see his face, you kind of imagine he's very stone-faced through all of this. He's not even fazed by it. You all have a good
Is-
day. Thank you for your time
Is-
within Tartuga.
Is
So-
she is Valkyrie literally strung on behind the horse, or she's literally hung behind the horse?
Strong,
So she's on the ground at the moment.
yes.
Doug Doctor, do you have a torch?
He kind of like shakes his head, and you hear in the back of your mind, if you had to interfere now, it would be considered treason. We cannot even light the body and or visit the corpse. She is to be made of an example of. I am sorry, but Valkyrie's gone.
She brought this on herself. Can't even lie there. Even I didn't like her.
And that's the death of Valkyrie, everyone. Now,
That got dark.
remind you, this is meant to be a dark campaign, motherfuckers.
Well, I guess we should go forward. Shouldn't let
Can-
this slow our adventure.
He sits down slightly back in his seat as he kind of like runs a hand under his hood, feeling his temple. Tell your comrades to get back in, especially the one that still persists to be on the ground. We have a job to do.
I walk over. I believe Fergus is on the ground, right?
That is correct.
I strength roll to pick him up
Sure.
and toss him in the cart.
By all means, give me a strength check.
21.
That one. You grab him like he's just a sack of potatoes and you just like put him in the cart. So yeah.
And I pop my head inside. Both of you. I don't want to hear a word of you till we're out of town. We'll talk about what just happened later. Okay?
Got it.
I pop in the front and
The plague
Give
doctor
him-
hits the reins slightly and it starts lurching forward, going over the now dirt path. Yeah, Jesus Christ, yeah, this took a really dark turn now that I think about it. Fucking hell.
No shit.
You guys begin walking out, and as you do, I'm not even gonna make you guys do perception checks. You see a half-burnt sign reading, or, well, reminiscences of, Tortuga, the land of the free. Painted over it, the once free. On either side, there is a number of people hanged, black hoods over their heads, their bodies being pecked by crows, vultures, and insects alike.
Is Valkyrie one of them?
No. Valkyrie is going to be made, she is actually going to be crucified in the middle of the town, named as a warlock, assigned to oncoming people, for as long as the Inquisitions stay in that town, it is not going to be a free place. The Twilight Guard is one of the most ruthlessly known mercenaries against magic.
Jackson Hayes slouches down in his seat.
You can... Okay, in characters, I'm going to say this. I need you all to give me a Constitution saving throw to see if you're actually, like, depressed.
Wait, if we get
13.
high,
The
then
higher you get, you're fine. You're kind of, like, dealing with this fact. The lower you get, the more saddened you are.
I got a 10.
11.
Mm-hmm. How much did you get, Sean?
13.
I'm sorry, you all actually failed. Jesus Christ. You're suddenly, like, struck by the sudden realization of where you are. What's going on? Everything you've worked for, every single part of your life. It's... This is the reality that you're facing right now. You could be killed any day, any moment. Valkyrie was just an example. What would they do if they found somebody that would have used it in front of them? To what extent would they have done this? A place that was once known as a safe haven is now nothing more but another town with another name. It's become a hollow shell of the free lands that it once entombed.
I grab my right arm and grip it tightly.
You grip it tightly and you feel it slightly pulsate under your grip. You feel a small few embers begin to crawl onto your fingers, creeping along your hand, dancing in the middle.
Are we far enough from the...
You finally reach a point where you break into the wilderness. All the bodies stop appearing, and now there are signs. You can all give me a perception check if you want to see what is written on them.
I got a 5.
Yeah,
15.
same. 5.
15.
You guys, with a 15 you can see this. You see, Lena, once you have the chance, do not enter. Inquisition here. Twilight be gone. There are people warning them.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
this seems like a fun place.
there were no signs leading in through the sea. You will eventually make your way out of the town, slowly reaching your next destination, but that won't be for, give or take, 4 days.
Can I do a perception check to see if you're being followed?
By all means,
17.
you're not being followed. No one in sight.
I tell the Black Doctor to stop the cart now.
No, he kind of like pulls it over to the side and he kind of like lets the horses go, slightly taking both their reins and let them feed.
Everyone, Outside, now.
Do you guys comply?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what just happened has to be hard on everyone. You must have realized the same thing I've realized. That we are on a suicide mission.
Well, it's better than just getting executed in the first place.
We have to be honest with each other. Who here is a magic user more than Valkyrie? Well, like Valkyrie.
I'm just a gunner. I've never used magic in my entire life.
This is correct.
Sort of.
What do you mean by sort of, Crow?
I can easily hide it. Like, I don't need to use magic.
Is it because you're an elf?
No.
Well, elves are.
I infuse my arrows with magic. If I
Yeah.
want to.
I guess I might be a problem.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, buddy.
Oh, buddy, old pal.
I would say
Dude.
this, you can conceal your ability, and I'm sure that there will
But-
be places that you go to that the Inquisition won't be as present. You guys can
But
use your
since
magic.
since I'm still learning how to control it,
That's the issue, yes. I will say I'm going to kind of give you a slight between session thing that I may or may not record and or not. We'll discuss it later. And
Oh,
this
yeah.
is basically what can happen on the 3-day journey. What do you guys want to do in your 3-day journey?
first things first. Do they know about my curse?
I'm pretty sure we do.
Yes, you had told them about it a few sessions ago, no?
I know Crow does. I mean, not Crow. Fergus does because she was in the jail cell with me.
He.
But we met Crow along the road.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Crow doesn't know.
I don't think Crow would know, no.
So, Crow, you're gonna be curious why I said that.
Uh-huh.
I lift up my sleeve slightly to show you my black arm.
That's racist.
Again, I'm not the one that chose it to be black.
I was expecting you to say that.
So you're mixed race, huh?
Literally.
This might be a problem in some cultures.
Oh god.
This is
As
why
you-
you don't have nice things.
As you say that, it starts glowing fucking red.
Oh, so now you're a rainbow, aren't you?
I make a fist. Do you really want to go there, Crow?
Oh look, a tomato.
Fuck. On that note, we're gonna call today's session here. I apologize for the length, but we wanted to have a really short session. This is kind of also a way of saying that Luigi will no longer be taking part in the sessions. We will be having a new member join us next week and or in the following weeks. Please do follow, keep those notification bells on if you want to keep up with the Filthy 20. Welcome to the land of the filthy.
Oh god.
Bye.
The land of the filthy.
That is correct.
It's fucking perfect.
I wish you all a good night, and we also hope you all enjoyed. I'm sorry if it took a really dark turn, but this is in reality what I had planned. This isn't meant to be a hunky-dory stream. Your actions have consequences. I am
Just
being
like real
nice,
life.
but at the same time, I can't afford to be. If you do use magic in a public setting, without knowing the repercussions, I'm sorry, but I am not allowed to hold back. You are on thin ice, and that's it. Good night, everybody. See you in the next session.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.